everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today, COD have had quite a big update. They've had a big rework on quite a lot of the guns in the game, and they've also added a couple of new maps, and game modes have been brought back, and new ones have also been brought in. So obviously, I'm just going to talk about what's been changed and let you all know everything that's going on since this new update. So first, I want to jump into the weapons. The Krig 6 has had quite a bit change to it. It's had improved visibility while firing in ADS. It's also had a complete tuning pass on weapon accuracy, weapon movement and visual clarity while firing with. So obviously I'm just going to talk about what's been changed and let you all know everything that's going on since this new update. So first, I want to jump into the weapons. The Krig 6 has had quite a bit change to it. It's had improved visibility while firing in ADS. It's also had a complete tuning pass on weapon accuracy, weapon movement and visual clarity while firing with an optic attachment. It's also been addressed instances of the weapon feeling floaty while firing for a long amount of time. Another weapon that has also been changed and had a couple of add-ons to it is the Groza. It's had an increased maximum damage range by 40%. The FFAR1 has had an increased ballistic speed by 12.8%. The Milano has had quite a lot done to it. It's had an increased mid-range damage by 10%. It's also had an increased mid-range damage range by 33%. Also an increased sprint outspeed by 14.2%. And increased raised speed by 11%. It's also had a slightly increased ADS in speed. I thought it wasn't a bad gun before, and with some of these changes it should be something that I'm quite happy and looking forward to using in the future. The KSB has also had a few changes. It's been increased ballistic speed by 32.5%. It's had a reduced burst delay by 20%. And for me, this could potentially be a good gun of competition for the top SMGs, and it's a gun that I'm quite happy to be able to use on a daily basis. The LC10, it's also had a reduced max damage range by 41%, which is quite a big drop. It's had a slightly reduced mid-range damage, and just all out, I'm quite happy that this has happened because the amount of games I've played and people have been using this gun, and I've just been getting slaughtered by it, so I'm quite happy that this has had quite a big damage range, like deduction. I'm also quite happy that the MAC-10 has also had a modified bullet pattern to add slightly more horizontal trajectories, which is also again quite happy because the games that I've played and I've been lasered from across the map from a MAC-10 is a complete joke, and it's quite good that they're obviously getting on that SMGs shouldn't be doing that. Another weapon that's had a change done to it is the Stone. It's had a reduced maximum damage range by 25%. All the snipers have also had disabled glint effect on the sniper rifles with iron sights equipped. I don't know why that was even a thing. I mean, it shouldn't have been, because it's just stupid. 1911s have had an increased ADS speed by 11%, and the Magnums have also had quite a bit changed to them. They've had a slight decreased hip fire accuracy. They've also seen bullet trajectories are now more varied when firing both guns at the same time whilst using dual wield. And one of the barrels, the 4.7 takedown barrel attachment, is now a tight snub barrel. This allows the attachment now has like, it adds damage to both enemies and vehicles, which is quite good. The RPGs, which I wouldn't have thought I would see anything happen to the RPGs. It's not a major change, they're still going to be shit. Is they've had a slight increased blast radius, which is good, but it's not an increased damage, which is I think what everyone would want, as they are horrible to use. They've also seen a greatly increased length of straight rocket flight path, which should be easier to shoot down RPGs and anything in the air because they are hard to do. Flak Jacket has also had another change into it, where rockets now inflict more damage to enemies with Flak Jacket in hardcore, and it still requires a direct hit to get like a one-hit kill, but obviously I've played some hardcore games before, I've used my RPG, and it's still taken like 2-3 RPGs to kill someone with Flak Jacket on, and I'm quite happy that this has happened. Moving on to the maps, they've added in a new 3v3 map that will be available in obviously Gunfight and Face Off, and it's called Mansion. I'm not really one for playing 3v3 or 2v2 game modes, but I'll have to jump into a couple games and see what the map's like, and then obviously I can come back to you lot and tell you like what my thoughts on the map is, how good it is in like certain spots that I think are good spots to stay in to try and get that win in that map. Also, Miami Strike is a new map. This is quite big, as well as the original Miami map is being replaced by Miami Strike, as this is a smaller version of Miami, and obviously it's in the day as well, but it's replacing the original Miami map on all game modes, so Search and Destroy, Team Deathmatch, Hardpoint, it's covering all of it, and this will be the new Miami map going forwards. There is also a new multi-team map called Galova. I think that's how you say it. I'm not too good on some of these names, to be honest with you. This is obviously going to be added into the rotation of fire team and also like the ground war gamers as well. There's been a couple new game modes added into the game also, which are a multi-team hardpoint, which will be 10 squads of 4, and they will all fight for obviously the hardpoint to get the win in that game, which will be quite a fun and interesting game to have a look at. Prop Hunt has also been added back. It's got 2 maps, Satellite and Miami Strike, have been added to the rotation of Prop Hunt, and there's also new props have been added in also, which is obviously quite fun, as I was playing Prop Hunt quite a bit and it was getting a bit boring just constantly playing on the same maps over and over and over again, and it's quite good that they've added 2 new maps into it. The playlist, there's also at the moment a 24/7 Miami Strike, so obviously if you've gotten used to the original Miami, then it'll be quite good if you want to try and get used to the new one, as it will be taking over the original Miami and that won't be a thing anymore, to try and get into that and get used to it, as it is a lot smaller and obviously it's in the day as well. But yeah, I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and turn that bell notification on, and I'll see you all in the next one.